Hey everyone, David here from Tesla's in Canada. I'm going to make this video about the 5 things I hate about my Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive. First off, let's not make this video all about Tesla. After all, this is not a fanboy channel, as my channel banner says. So let's switch up the merch, plus it's a bit chilly in here. I don't know if you can see it on camera there, but wearing a Hummer EV sweater. Yeah, my wife would really like to get a Hummer EV SUV. So we'll see once those come out to Canada. I don't think we'll be able to get one until like 2025, probably around the same time as a Cybertruck comes out. But let's get to this video. So 5 things I hate about my Tesla Model 3 rear-wheel drive. So you may have seen me, you may have seen some of my other videos of me getting the car stuck, things like that. Overall, I do really like the car, but there are some things that I don't enjoy as much. The rear window is one of them. So the visibility out the rear window is not so great. If you're backing up, that's fine. The camera comes on, you can see that. And actually you can hit the camera button while you're driving too to see what's going on back there. But just from a standard perspective of looking around out the windows, looking through the rear view mirror, it can be hard to see what's back there. If you got a Lamborghini behind you, you're not even going to see it. The trunk is higher up, provide more access for you to actually get into the trunk, which is beneficial. But with that, the rear window is much higher and it's skinnier. So the visibility out the rear window is not the best. Now that's not too big of a concern of mine, but it is one of the things that I hate about the Tesla. The other thing would be the front. So the front is great in some ways. I can store food in there. I often, if I'm picking up takeout, I'll put it in the front, but opening the front is the annoying part. Say I have things in both hands, there's no button, there's no lever, there's no foot kick or anything to open it. I have to take out my phone, go into the app, and then click the button to open the front. And then it unlatches, and then I have to put my fingers under and lift it open. That whole process is just not that enjoyable. I wish there was just a button outside the car that you could press. If you have your phone in, it would unlock automatically and you could open that without having to either pull my phone out or go inside the car and hit the button on the display. Now this one is probably most people are not going to care about, but for me and where I live and the road I live on, which doesn't get plowed right away, when we have heavy snowfall and things like that, and then you have the tire tracks, the car is low. So that means it's often scraping on snow, which the bottom of the car is the battery. So that is definitely a concern of mine. And going forward, when I do change the vehicles, I'll probably get the Model Y because it's got a little bit higher ground clearance, or the Cybertruck, which is what I'm really holding out for. I can get by with the Model 3. I just have to be more cautious of where I'm driving, what the bumps are like and things like that when there is snow. Or as you saw in the other video, you could watch it here, where I actually got it stuck in the snow. One of my other complaints about the vehicle would be about the phantom braking when you're in autopilot. So a lot of people you've probably heard have mentioned when you're in autopilot, sometimes it'll phantom brake and it'll slam on the brakes because it thinks there's a collision coming. The collision warning system is good in a sense, but sometimes when you're going around a curve, it thinks that a car parked on the side of the road is actually in the road and you're going to go hit it. It's trying to prevent an accident and slowing you down. While I don't like it that much, it is trying to save my life. I'll give it that. And to be honest, I don't use autopilot very often for that reason, and because I personally prefer actually driving the car. So with my vehicle, I've turned off quite a bit of the assists, like the lane assist and all of that. Personally, I don't like all the technology. When I bought one of my previous vehicles, I told the dealer that I want no fancy gadgets, no Bluetooth, no power windows, like doesn't matter to me. Give me the vehicle that drives and functions the way that I need it for. At the time it was a truck. I just cared about the functionality of it. And again, that's all I care about with this car is the reliability, functionality of it. And it just so happens to have all these extra upgrades, which now I'm starting to appreciate, especially the heated seats, heated steering wheel, things like that has been great in the winter so far. But yeah, phantom braking, I can do without it. I don't need the autopilot unless I'm a not busy highway. I'll put it in autopilot and it'll just cruise for me, keep me in my lane and keep my speed. If there's cars pulling in front of me, will slow me down. That is handy. But the phantom braking I don't enjoy. Now my fifth reason is kind of silly. Can't make coffee with my car. I had a power outage, wanted to make coffee, got my low power adapter with my 110 volt plug, tried to plug it in, doesn't work. So I've come to find out that even though it has a huge massive battery, it's not going to allow you to plug in your coffee maker and use that. So that was kind of a bummer. I was hoping to make coffee with my Tesla. I'm sure there's a workaround, there's a way around that. From the factory, you can't just plug in a coffee maker and start making coffee. That would have been nice, but you know, what can you do? Anyways, that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Some more just casual kind of sit down conversation video with you guys. So wanted to give you some additional content. Plan on making many more videos, and I have an amazing car show coming up April 22nd that we're working hard on behind the scenes to make that the biggest all-electric car show here in Ontario. So follow along, subscribe to the channel, check out some of my other videos, and I hope to see you in the comments section below. Peace.